And commissioners, the meeting is live.
Okay. I'll call this December 30th meeting of the Riley County Commission to order. Please, everybody join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everybody. It's the last meeting of 2024. Everybody had a good Christmas holiday. Everybody wasn't on Santa's naughties list this year and you got everything that you wanted. So. Okay. Well, I do have to say I have to leave early. I've got a pipe situation at home in the kitchen.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stay through the law board discussion for sure, and gotta go let Dee and I in the apartment to get it fixed. So yeah, I made a little bit of a mess, but we're figuring it out. So anyway, fun stuff. It seems like that always happens every December. Goes without clockwork. So with that said, is there any public comment this morning? Okay.
That's proud.
Yeah.
Big number.
Good morning, Commissioners. I would ask that we amend the agenda to shorten our scheduled executive session. That takes place from 9:35 to 10:35 to only allow for 10 minutes instead of a whole hour. And then by doing so, we can also I believe it's the order of appointments that's supposed to take place right thereafter.
Maybe adjust the agenda to change the executive session to 10 minutes and move up the final item.
I would second that.
So moved and seconded to adjust the agenda with the executive session being 10 minutes and the final item being moved up after that. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Short meeting today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Jared Tremblay. I'm the planning manager of the Flint Hills NPO, and I wanted to stop by this morning just to personally invite you to a series of open houses we're having for our long range transportation plan, Connect 2050. So I brought some cards with the information. We have 3 different meetings, 2 in Manhattan, 1 in Ogden. And so we just wanted to invite you to make sure you were aware of it, help spread the news. It is a public meeting. Thank you.
I've got the one on the agenda already.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jared.
Okay, anybody else?
Morning, Evan McMillan, Public Works. Just wanted to give a reminder, the transfer station is closed on Wednesday for New Year's.
Okay, thank you. We're technically it's quite a fun Wednesday for me, I hope. Anybody else? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to commissioner comments and Commissioner Kinley.
Well, it's a quiet holiday week for county business. It's been actually a quiet week at home also with our family celebration. We're always all week, 2 weeks before that this time. Thursday was an exciting game and K-State football season on a good note. And we got 2 out of 5 birthdays completed.
That's good.
That was good. 4 kids and a son-in-law. All
Oh,
week.
goodness. Lots of presents
Yeah.
between Christmas and birthdays. That's,
Oh, it was always a busy time.
yeah. Okay, well, let's see. I'm going to go back to December 16th before I left. In the evening, I went to the established business leaders social, and that was great. I saw people I hadn't seen in a long time and had some good conversation. Then the next day, on the 17th, I did take a tour with Diane Creek and did a county tour and kind of a town tour and spent all afternoon. Unfortunately, all the offices, Randolph and Leonardville, everyone, they were all closed because they're not open after lunch. So, but we did stop into the office of the RCPD and got Officer Hagemeister there and talked to him. And he said that Commissioner McKinley had been there the same day that earlier.
Yeah.
So he had a lot of visitors.
Yeah. Yeah, I was there that day.
So it was a good time getting to know the new health director, and we had a good conversation on the road, and she was quite impressed on the length of the county. So I think she's going to really be good as far as some rural outreach. So after that, I went to Virginia to visit with my daughter over Christmas and got back Friday. And I'm just trying to get things back in order. So that's it for me.
Okay, not a lot going on here really either. That's my usual tradition. I spent Christmas holiday out with friends in Ellis and Barton County. Just enjoyed the time away. Thursday night, watched the game as well. Really didn't like that 4:30 start. Just not the best fit in the middle of the afternoon, but it's bowl season, so I guess it's the way it works. It was the tale of two halves once again. At least we pulled out the win and ended the season at 9-4. One of only 5 teams to go have 9+ wins in 3 seasons and a conference championship. So Ohio State, Georgia, Oregon, Alabama.
Good
So,
company.
yeah, pretty good
Yeah, good
company. Mhm. So, yeah, just thought I'd throw that out there for good measure. Friday evening, I attended the retirement ceremony for Kurt Muldrup out at Potroff Hall. Glad to have the opportunity to congratulate him on nearly 40 years of service to RCPD and the community. And speaking of Seco Park, it's an end of an era for sure. The ball diamonds came down last week.
Oh, yeah.
People were talking about.
Yeah, it's weird to drive over there and not to see that there. It's just
Mhm.
weird.
Really.
I grew up on those ball diamonds, so it's a little nostalgic, a little bittersweet, but they'll put something in place that'll work for many, many generations to come. But it's just get used to seeing certain
Yeah.
things there, and that not being there was kind of like, whoa, kind of threw me for a loop. So I noticed that when I was going over there for the retirement ceremony. So. And I guess lastly, I'll throw out some condolences this morning on the passing of Jimmy Carter yesterday, the 39th president. Passed away. It's Plains, Georgia, his hometown, of 100 years old.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was the president serving when I was born in September of 77. So got vague memories of his time in office, but yeah. So
Odd Carter presidential fact, first president to be born in a hospital.
Really.
I remember that. I forgot about it, but I
Yeah,
remember
I
that
forgot.
reading about the time.
he was a peanut farmer.
Mhm.
Ran for the state legislature and then ran for governor and voila.
He was married for like 75 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's, he was passed away last year.
Yeah.
It was quite a team.
Yep. So guess we're down to, that club's now down to 6, is that right?
Clinton, Obama, Bush,
5 or 6.
who else?
Biden.
Oh, Biden. 4. That's 4.
Yeah, I think it's 5.
Who's the
I think it's 5.
Yeah. Bush, Obama,
Mhm.
Trump,
Clinton.
Clinton,
Okay.
Biden, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, well, that's all I've got this morning. So,
Ready for business, commissioners?
Yep.
First item I have, need a motion to approve purchase authorization for used 2006 Spartan Central States pumper for the Riley County Fire District 1 in the amount of 85,000. Funds come from RC FD number 1 fund.
A pretty good purchase, just in appearances.
Yeah.
They're really nice truck. So I would make a motion to approve purchasing the used 2006 Spartan Central States pumper for the amount of $85,000 with funds to come from RCFD number 1 fund 184.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to purchasing the used 2006 Spartan Central States pumper for the amount of 85,000 with funds to come from the RCFD number 1 fund 184. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All 3 signed, please. Next, commissioners need a motion to approve the 2025 special alcohol funds grant agreement with City of Manhattan for Riley County Court Services.
Move to approve the 2025 special alcohol funds grant agreement with City of Manhattan for Riley County Court Services.
I would second that.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the 2025 special alcohol funds grant agreement with the City of Manhattan for Riley County Court Services. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair, please sign. Next, commissioners have highway use permit granting Evergy permission to install 4 poles along Allen Street to remove existing power lines according to details shown on the map.
I would make a motion to approve the highway use permit, granting Evergy permission to complete work as outlined in the permit.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve that highway use permit, granting Evergy permission to complete work as outlined in permit. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair, please sign. Next, commissioners, I have the advisory board appointment letters and resolution.
First time
Yeah.
John Link stepped down. I thought he'd been there a long time. I assume this. That is the time's up. I'd move to approve the appointments as listed on resolution number 123024. Resolution appointing Riley County representatives to council advisory boards.
I would second that.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the following appointments and resolutions. And resolution number 123024, resolution appointing Riley County representatives to council and advisory boards. All in favor?
Aye.
All 3, please sign.
Well, the football season starts early this next year. We're in Ireland.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. My daughter's trying to talk me into going.
Oh.
The two of us, I'm going, we'll see. It sounds like, I don't know. To look at the
I just kind of
numbers.
cringe at the thought of being on an airplane.
I know. Yeah, she's used to doing international travel.
Commissioners, I have one addition to the business meeting. It's something that needed to be done by the end of this year. It's a First Amendment to agreement for the management of the correctional health care contract for Riley County, Kansas. This is ACH, and it's just an indemnification that adds for general liability insurance the county as additional on this policy with them. So it needs to be done for insurance purposes by the end of the year. If I could get someone to make a motion to approve that, then the chair will need to sign. It's a one pager, so it's actually pretty, and
Okay,
that
that's
there's
the-
what it's doing.
Okay. I would make a motion to, for a First Amendment to agreement for the management of the correctional healthcare contract for Raleigh County. Effective September 1st, 2024 for insurance purposes.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and I did not catch all of that, so. Is that 1-22 there?
I didn't say that one, I just did the top thing.
Yeah, she just read the top title of it.
Oh, okay. So it's been moved and approved to approve the First Amendment to the agreement for the management of the correctional healthcare contract for Riley County, Kansas. All in favor?
Aye.
Right,
Just me then?
Yes, please. In all four spots. Bless you.
First cold of the season.
oh,
You got it?
Yeah.
You sure
It's getting a little bit.
had a lot of stuff lately.
My grandson and his mom had it over
I've got a few grandkids.
the break.
Well, that's-
That's how it is, but that's,
oh,
Jan started coming down with it. She said, oh, Grace that you're sitting next to all weekend. Yeah. She came down with a cold this morning. She came home the next day when I got a couple of days later, Jan had it, and then pretty soon I had it. So,
Yeah. How they work. Any changes to the minutes, commissioners?
I didn't see any. Of course, I wasn't here.
I'm gonna to approve the minutes of the December 23rd meeting.
I would second that.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes from the December 23rd meeting of the Riley County Commission. All in favor?
Aye.
How the tentative agendas look, commissioners?
Good.
Any items for next week's press conference? Okay, if not, we have Mr. Parker at 9 o'clock.
Big plans for New Year's? No,
You?
I don't know yet. I'll figure it out tomorrow.
I'm having the ball drop thing down there.
Yeah,
What time does that start?
There was some dance off competition thing.
yeah, DJ.
Part of it, so
No, I didn't see an invitation.
find you a good partner and go on down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My dog's getting pretty
7:30
good at
tonight.
dancing with me.
Your dog is?
Yeah.
Good.
So he'll try to bite my hands is the only problem. Not forcible. He thinks it's funny.
Yeah, the dance off takes place at 11:15. The ball's gonna be
PM
dropped from
or
so
AM?
long.
PM, the dance off?
PM, yeah.
I wouldn't be dancing at 11 o'clock at night anyway. Okay, so it's at the Blue Bar, right?
No, it's at Kites, but it's also VIP, so you have to have a wristband for it.
Huh,
But I think everything else is taking place outside. Dance off and all that, I think. And then the ball's being dropped from so long. So across the street.
That's right, I did hear that.
that's gonna be interesting. Not very far to drop.
It- Is Rally House still down in Aggieville too, or they are?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if they. I don't go to Aggieville, so yeah, I didn't know if they.
They got the rally house here, then you got the one. over
Yeah,
here.
that's the one I knew they moved. That's why I was
I haven't
asking.
been to the one over here yet.
The one on Hobby Lobby is really big.
Yeah.
My God.
How you doing, ma'am?
I was told everybody over here was in good spirits, so you guys must be doing great.
When aren't we?
I don't know. It wasn't a surprise to me.
Nebraska win their bowl game.
Mhm.
It did.
That is pretty lopsided. I think I saw the score.
Well, for a while, for the most of the game.
It was like 20-2.
Yeah,
At the end, Boston College kind of came back.
Yeah, I thought, oh my gosh, we're gonna have like a K-State upstate in the other direction. The whole game was uneventful until, yeah, but it was in Yankee Stadium. Not the best place to play football.
Well, that's what K-State's was in baseball. Yeah. So it was-
The field was horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, our
There was
guys,
some game, was it the Nebraska game that their players were just, it was,
Well, so it was raining on a baseball field, and so they were, I mean, they were just slipping over their own feet. One guy took a hit and slid at least as far as this hole. I mean, he couldn't stop himself. He just slid in the water. It was crazy.
noticed our guys were having trouble with, they had the wrong cleats, obviously, because they were slipping like
Yeah.
crazy.
It was slippery.
I was hoping they brought a change of cleats or a change of shoes, because
Yeah.
that's happened to K-State at football
Yeah.
games and foreign bowls, and they had extra. They were aware that that might be a happen, so they brought two
So
sets of
bring two
cleats.
sets.
Mhm.
And that's what Boston College said. They're like, this is nothing. We practice in this every day, so, you know. I don't know, but it was nice. One of our guys is originally from the Bronx, and so he really like brought it home and played, and he had a really nice homecoming. And I think he's a sixth-year senior, so it's just perfect for him, yeah. I think he had like 75 people in the stands. Yeah, good news is now, I had to get Fubo just to watch it, right, because I'm not in Nebraska. And that's like $80 a month.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But that's about the cheapest you're
So
gonna find
I,
it.
yeah, so I cut that out. I look at you because you have those other, like you have.
I had Hulu. It
Yeah.
was on there.
I never used to have Hulu, and I don't know.
But it comes with Paramount and Disney
Yep.
and stuff.
I have Hulu as
And
well.
partial ESPN plus. You don't get the full package.
Oh, good.
You get the TV part of it, but all the other stuff that goes with it didn't come with it.
So I get Paramount and Disney from my credit card paid, but I don't, but it doesn't come with Hulu.
Yeah.
But I thought Fubo was, I mean, it's like cable, $80 a month. Well, yeah, it is like cable, you have all those options, it's the other thing on it, but. I don't know that.
I'm gonna have to keep it all the way until February. 'Cause that's when the cheapest.
so I got YouTube, TV. They're announcing, raising the $10
Oh, are they?
as the first year, so I'm gonna be shopping around again.
Nebraska plays in Kansas City. How would you
Go
like to
ahead,
go? Cincinnati.
Hulu's a lot cheaper than the Twin Valley option that I got, so we went with
Well, I
that.
think it's-
It's okay, but too many steps for me to just watch a show.
That's what gets me, you turn the TV on, you can't just turn it on. You gotta
Yeah,
turn it on, and then you
I-
gotta wait for this and go to this.
I was
thing.
so mad about that. Like, turn TV on, I just wanna see the TV come on. I don't wanna say, welcome, who's watching, go to where. What the heck?
Go ahead.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brian Parker, County Councilor. Apart from the ongoing projects of which the Commission is already aware, nothing particularly special to point out at this administrative work session, except that Jacob has an update on the Prairie Wood. And I'll turn it over to him. Thank
On the
you.
what?
Prairie Wood appeal. It's a zoning matter that's before the Kansas Court of Appeals at this point. And Jake is the one that's up to speed on this.
Yeah.
So.
It's been in the works just as long as the other appeal we have going on with the church. It's set for, I believe, March 11th at 10 a.m. Right now Clancy is the attorney of record, but we're gonna file a motion for withdrawal and substitution, so that I'll be taking his place.
What is the Prairie Wood?
So the Prairie Wood appeal, if you guys, if this will jog your memory, is where there was a petition. Well, there was let me start over on that.
Yeah, because it's been a while. It's been a
Yeah.
long
That's
while.
the liquid arts
Liquid
thing.
This was,
Yeah.
this is the
Yeah,
liquid
okay.
arts thing. It's where there was the change in zoning laws, or not zoning laws, there was an amendment with the zoning
It has to do with
regulations.
agritourism.
Yeah. And there was, again, what I'm saying here is just major paraphrasing, do not take any of this as actually what's going on, I'm just getting us speed on it, so. But there was an amendment in the regulations which the claimants here are claiming that they had the ability to petition for, so they got the petition which requires 20% of adjoining landowners in order to be effective. Now, they had 19.9% of adjoining landowners. Part of the calculation in that was there was a tract of land that was owned in an undivided half interest between two people. One of them signed the petition, the other person did not. Right, so we made the calculation that actually half that tract of land is considered in the petition, which makes it that 19.9. But they're arguing that, well, the other undivided half interest should have been considered in that petition, therefore over 20%. If that, does that track?
Sure.
No.
Yeah, that new need a refresher. It's been a while
If their
since that.
petition is granted, then what happens?
So as far as I'm aware, if the petition is granted, if we should have acknowledged their petition, there's certain procedures that we'll have to go through, then it'll come to you guys for consideration, but from my understanding, I believe the board has the ultimate authority to decide whether or not the either zoning regulations are properly amended or not.
We
So-
didn't change the zoning, we just changed the details of it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry.
And that was part of the question was, they were trying to, some of the stuff they were trying to appeal the zoning, but we didn't change the zoning of that.
Right.
piece. It just changed their plan and
Yeah,
it's
that
a
does,
competitor,
I recall that. Yeah,
competitor down the street.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I think the other issue on this particular appeal is that we don't, I believe it is our position that this petition actually doesn't even apply to this situation, which is what I think you're kind of getting to there, Commissioner. But one issue at a time, I guess, here in front of the court, and they have the time and the effort to put it on appeal, so we'll argue that in March.
Okay.
These things, that's been a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
it's from what I know, it's been sitting around for a good 2 years.
Yeah.
well, I remember that most of the neighbors were here in opposition to it.
It'll be an interesting one. So if you guys want to see, there is a YouTube link for the oral argument, so you guys can watch that online if you like. Or I guess anybody else in the public.
That's to the Court of Appeals, right? The YouTube.
That's
link.
correct.
So it's already been rejected once.
Yeah, the district court found in our favor, in kind of a roundabout way, but they still found in our favor. And then they're appealing, the district court's decision. So we're kind of on the defensive in this appeal.
It goes.
Any other questions?
Permanent legal matters.
Yeah,
Thank
job security.
Right.
I'll take it. All right, thank you, Commissioner.
you, gentlemen. No press conference items, commissioners. Well, we got 9:20. We got discuss law board resident appointment.
Yeah.
Bonnie, any big plans for New Year's Eve?
I don't know yet. I'll figure it out tomorrow.
I hear they got a party in Aggieville.
They do. I don't know how they'll survive without me.
I don't know either, all 7,000 of them or something.
Yeah. The one year, what year was that, 04, 05? Yeah, like 50,000 down there. It was like being simulcast at the
Really?
Fox and National. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. I mean, it was, I mean, that whole 2 blocks was just arm to arm.
Oh, my gosh.
So I kind of like this style a little bit better.
Yeah, I
more
don't think I
quiet
can handle
point.
any of that.
I went one year. I was planning on maybe going this year, but I think doing the drive back to Topeka after that would be
Mm.
Yeah, that's
too
a bit
much. Too much.
No. We really,
Yeah,
you can go to Aggieville, but.
yeah. Yeah, that'd be the plan if we were gonna do it, but.
Met a party that had never heard of Manhattan, Kansas. He said, well, I only know Manhattan, New York. And I'm going, oh, well, we're the Little Apple. And he, really? That's cool. I said, yeah, we even have a ball drop. So I educated someone from New York.
There you go.
It's fairly surprising.
It's
that someone
weird.
Wouldn't have heard of us.
I
Yeah.
don't find it surprising at all.
Well,
Most of the people I know don't know her.
Yeah.
Never heard of Manhattan, Kansas.
Yeah, when I was in Fayetteville.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
We have a ball drop too.
I wouldn't mind going to a New Year's Eve party, but I want to go to the kind where you dress up and you have champagne and you maybe dance. And-
There's a dance off here.
Yes, that, but not with 7,000 of my closest friends, like,
No,
like less than 75. In one indoor setting.
You know, I've learned, that we're still kind of a small town because over the weekend came to visit my friend and I went to dinner. And it turns out that Jana, she was at the same restaurant at that time. And it was like, wow, small world.
What is your count of weeks until that New Year's?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I will be right.
Oh, yeah.
It's not till August.
Oh, fall.
Not
Oh,
till
gosh.
August 1st.
That's a lot of driving.
Yeah. I'll be switching to the motorcycle there.
Yeah, not the next couple of months. I would think.
Not next week for sure.
Yeah.
You can do it.
I'm here 1 to 3 inches of snow on Sunday.
You
Well, it's that time of the year.
I've driven in rain, and actually, when I moved from Fayetteville back here to Kansas, I had to drive my motorcycle. And I did that in January.
Really?
Yeah, that was an experience. I was wrapped up entirely. The only thing I didn't think about was that in your strap on the helmet, it's a metal clip. And that gets real freaking
I think we get frostbite
Yeah.
from even in that one little spot.
probably, but I came out with all fingers attached.
Great.
So it was good. It was that. It was, I think, 5.5 hours.
Well, not bad as I thought.
Yeah,
It sounds like.
it does.
I'm trying to, did they drive that fire truck back from Toronto?
Oh, gosh. I don't know.
they're talking,
I think that's what-
it's gonna be
I thought that's
driven
what they were
back.
gonna do.
It said that on it.
That's what I
Included
thought.
transportation
Right.
back, whether they put it on a truck and bring it or drive. I doubt if they drive it.
Yeah, it seems like that'd be a lot of miles to put on it, because usually fire trucks don't have a lot of miles.
No,
Hours, but not miles.
you drove the one from Arizona back, but I mean,
How far was that? 50 hours.
I'm from Fayetteville. It's, well, if you go to like, Flagstaff, I think it was like 18.
Yeah,
I think you
that's,
said it was,
it's a long ways. And Toronto
14?
can't be that much
Yeah.
more.
I don't know.
Except you're on the other side of the lake. So you got.
Toronto's up by New York, so it's right across from Buffalo.
Yeah.
That'd be quite a bit.
Toronto's across from Buffalo?
Isn't it? Where am I thinking?
No, you're.
No, it's across
I thought
from
it was-
Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But
It's
so you
Detroit,
you can't go right from the US to Toronto, because you have to like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go
Yeah.
around the lake.
Yeah, so that's the thing, because I don't think it's that far.
Yeah, that's probably,
As
it's about
I think
the same. Oh,
Quebec is, I think, the one that's across from Buffalo.
Yes, I think you're right, yeah. Because we've been to Toronto, but we had to go all the way up around the lakes to get there. And I really enjoyed the city, but.
Embarrassed at my lack of geography knowledge.
I'm a huge geography nerd.
Really,
I will spend hours.
I love it.
the reason why I Quebec rang true to me as being right across from Buffalo is I thought back to Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon with John Cannon.
Oh, I was like, what about Canadian bacon? Okay, yeah, no, I don't know that movie.
Yeah. It's a long story, but basically Buffalo, like Buffalo Bills fans cross over into Canada. And like the first place they hit is Quebec. And so that's like, okay, that makes sense.
So I had the fun experience when I was in Northeast New York, my Rotary group, they do it regionally. So it was in both countries, like our district was in both countries, and so we went to district training in Canada, and it was just fun and different, and they just do little different things, like they have two kinds of cream out in little cups for their coffee, you get heavy cream and 2%. I was like, we don't do that in the US, yeah, blah, blah, blah. It's different.
That's my mom and Darnell.
But you and I share that. I'm not very good at geography. I can't even always tell you directly where places I've been. I mean,
Okay, commissioners, I did bring the Court of Appeals, the notice, if you want the notice, a copy of the notice. Kevin, you want?
Sure. Always,
Yeah, put it on your calendar.
always like to look at legal stuff.
Yep. Oh, there's 2 pages of that.
John,
Sorry.
easy travel.
So ours is, you'll notice, it lists who everybody who's going, and I think we're at the last.
like I said, I want to travel and then I kind of don't.
Geez, want to get home?
Yeah.
I can relate.
That might change at some point. I don't know.
No, I think it'll get worse as you get older.
I'm thinking so too.
Most of the people I know, as they got older, wanted to just stay home.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
But we work hard to make our homes like places we want to spend time. We spend, you have a nice house, you furnish it, and then you go somewhere else.
Yeah. Or you spend all your time working to pay for it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And the 24 is done.
YouTube, okay. That's both appeals on YouTube, right?
I'll be
Yeah.
okay with 24 ending.
And two.
Yeah, I think Brian's, who has the first church is also in March.
March 4.
I think it was initially scheduled and then they had to reschedule the county, the other parties, attorney conflict. But we didn't want to agree with anything that would move it forward in time, so.
Behind on appeal, that looks, sounds like.
Yeah. We're calling them all.
Is anyone going to basketball games this week?
Greg said he wasn't going.
We got tickets for tonight and it's Star Wars themed, so we'll see what that means.
I don't
I
have
feel like the
tickets.
Kirk and women's are probably the better team to go to this week.
Probably. Probably gonna be that way throughout.
Yeah, I think that would be.
But we'll have
Yeah.
a lot of fun. Our son is a junior Wildcats. There's like a whole program for that.
Mhm.
And so they've got the junior Wildcats doing their activities. We got this huge, so the thing they had this year was this huge chain situation.
Yeah.
It's like a plastic chain and
Yeah.
it's got the huge Wildcat here. And so I keep calling him like Kid Prime because it looks like something Coach Prime would be wearing, all the blinged out. And he's like, I am not.
I don't think the pork producers do that, but then at the girls game where they just fry pans of bacon and have bacon.
I don't.
At which game?
I didn't know this thing had.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still doing it, but they did it for a few years.
At one of the women's games?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
I literally just have rows on the trains and stuff.
Well, that's something definitely the pork producers do.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't need another reason to go to the women's games.
But that's not a bad one.
Now there's bacon involved. How much better can life
I
get?
don't think they could, yeah.
Wow.
I did that like 3 or 4 years ago for sure. I don't know if it's a yearly thing or not.
That's a good thing. Do you know anything about the pork producers at women's basketball games? John said at some point the pork producers in Kansas would come to the K-State women's basketball game and like
And trays of
trays
bacon.
of bacon.
Oh, really?
One of the conference games.
I mean, I feel like we need to find out which one that is.
Don't remember seeing that. I mean, we had season tickets last 2 years.
Okay, so, I just been a handful of years. 3 or 4 at least.
Yeah, I've been to things where pork producers or beef producers do things like that.
We've had some stuff like that for the men's games, but there's a limited number and they put them out to students. It's all gone by the time the students go through, because they're all there an hour early.
Makes sense.
Oh, it's 9:20. I discussed the resident appointment to the law board once again.
We agree we're gonna change.
Hmm?
And everybody kind of agreed we wanted to change after that.
Yeah, after
Yeah.
some discussion and some behind the scenes stuff.
Other
Yeah.
stuff. I think, to me, the one that we discussed and came closest was Mopin. He's kind of a second choice, I thought.
Yeah.
When it was your first choice.
It was, yeah, well, my first choice was Beardsley. We
Oh,
went to the by the city and then I had Malvern and Kenner after that. Do we have to do something as far as reverse our decision from the other day?
we-
You should, because you did take action and vote.
I would, but because you didn't pass a resolution, all you need to do is to pass a motion. Moving to replace your nomination.
no, he's
Right.
unmoved.
Yeah.
Put this one in place.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
like so, right, because that's action for action taken. All you do.
That Mopin sounded good to you.
Yeah, I know. I lived with people when I was just impressed. We had pretty solid candidates.
Yeah.
Was it just somebody throwing in there?
Change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people with some background and some thought and Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah.
Background.
Yeah, and I looked at like, who could I work with, and either one of those I think could be good to work with, and so Malcolm's fine with me. Malcolm. So what was it we were,
So all you would do is you would move to replace your nomination of Mr. Oils with the new Mr. Laughlin. Is that?
Laughlin.
Laughlin, yes, Mr. Laughlin.
I just wrote to replace the resident law board appointment Gary Olds with Orville West Moppin. This simple motion I think would suffice what Mr.
It
Parker
will.
was saying.
Yes, and then we'll follow it up with resolution, just like we did for the others.
if you want to,
Move to replace the, man, my voice is gone. Cold got into my throat overnight, there now. Replace nomination of Gary Olds for the law board with Russ Moffin.
I will second that.
It's been moved and seconded to replace the resident law board appointee of Gary Olds with Orville Moppin. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, commissioners, there are no press conference items. Next item is 9:35 executive session.
I've got a bolt to go open up my apartment so they can hopefully fix this plumbing.
What time do you have to?
They said somewhere between 9:30 and 10 they would be there. I hope it's a valve.
You got 5 minutes to get there. It's 9:30.
It only takes me about 5 minutes to get home, so it's all good.
The point where it's about.
Yeah, if not, they're gonna have to tear some stuff out.
Did you try to fix it?
No,
I used to try to fix it. I can do about anything in the house, but.
I did enough to turn the valve off, so it stayed off.
I think
That
that's
was it.
more water, but every time I
Yeah.
tried to do some of the plumbing, it ended up more water coming out than.
Right now, it's
Started
contained to the
with-
bottom of the sink and no place else, and we're just gonna leave it.
So you just, yeah, the leak in the sink, the connection then?
Yeah, I don't know if the hot water line or the hot water valve to the line, but something's come apart and I'm not talented enough to fix it and I'm not gonna try.
At least you got it shut off. Huh?
Yeah,
Cabinets.
Hmm?
Would you like cabinetry as well? You
I
said you did
Well,
both.
I could, I haven't ever, but I mean, I've done repairs and stuff.
Yeah,
I do electrical. I mean, we do electrical.
my husband does a lot and he remodeled our attic and it's great, but we want to put in cabinets and he's just like, I can't. He's looked at a lot of stuff, done YouTube videos and we have it all measured out, but he can't quite get it's kind of a weird angle and
Oh.
anyhow, so we thought maybe we'd end up paying somebody and he could just sit up there and assist. I mean, cause you gotta learn. it
Well, like I
somewhere.
said, we did put in a new, we didn't have half that downstairs
Yeah,
last year. I did everything except the plumbing.
well, happy New Year's, everybody. We'll see everybody on Thursday. Yeah,
Good luck.
yes,
Yeah,
I got my fingers crossed, believe me.
Love that.
Yeah.
I think it's good skills to have. I knew a master carpenter in Nebraska, out in western Nebraska, and he had built his full home, several of them in the community, in a very rural community, and it's just something to see. It's amazing.
Like I said, it's just my dad and my granddad and my brothers were all various things in construction. We just kind of learned as we went, helping dad do stuff and learning all myself. Yeah, like the bathroom, put down the tile floor and put in walls, ran electric.
Never decided if concrete work or roofing was the worst. I want to say concrete.
Well, roofing or asphalt paved,
Yeah,
Both of
Yeah,
those
that'd be
are-
worse than concrete. I think.
then all the concrete is hard.
yeah, well, when I did that with my dad, we were building a foundation on a slope.
Oh,
And he was gonna go cheap, so it was, I think, like 80 bags of concrete and there was all mixed it ourselves.
oh, man.
Oh, yeah,
Good life experience.
oh, yeah, we had plenty.
Well, like I said, my dad was tile setter, and he used to always, now they got the concrete board to put it on. Before it was mud, what they called a mud set. Put down this much concrete.
Yeah,
We didn't have mixers, we had a mud box.
oh, God,
And you'd start the day is they lay that concrete base for the whole room. And that's when the laborers got there, you start, you know, two guys hoeing from one end, you know,
Yeah.
put water in, go to one end, go to the other one, back a couple times. Put it in a bucket, carry it in, dump it, back out, and just keep doing that, and they're in there spreading it.
That's the basement, you said?
No, that was out, it used to be any place on tile, I mean, commercial tile floors. One place I did a bunch of was at the fort, they were remodeling one of the buildings to put a kitchen in, so they were putting quarry tile over the whole thing, the whole building.
And did your kids work with you? Did they have these skills?
Yeah,
That's great.
well, my youngest daughter has her own construction, yeah, remodeling, roofing and remodeling
Nice. And where is that?
in the city.
Oh, that's great. Those skills
And
are
my
things
son
that people don't
did a
have.
little bit of stuff and my grandson was kind of a real wood shop guy.
Neat.
He got the champion or something at the county fair twice already.
Does he have the opportunity to take training? Like, do they have that available where they live?
Well, he's in Manhattan,
Oh, okay.
but that's what he's trying to decide. One of the things, because Pittsburgh State has I don't know what they call it, some kind of a woodworking degree that you learn the work plus the business. You take all the business classes, because one of my son's friends did that, and he has a cabinet shop in Lebanon.
Yeah, I had a buddy who went through that program. He's working down in Florida, doing pretty well.
Yeah, everybody said it's a really good program. He wants to do that, but he also is thinking about going to ag, because his other grandparents are farmers, and he likes to go out there and work on the farm. Except now he's also looking at construction, because he's got an uncle that's project manager for McAllen Gordon, and he's been hired, he's been working because he's senior, so he doesn't have it, he's got most of his classes, so he's been working intern or whatever they call them in school, McAllen Gordon on stuff, and he said, well, maybe that's what he wants to do, so.
And good problems to have.
Yeah, he's got
One thing is he doesn't sound like he's scared of hard work.
considering he's graduating in May, he's still working on a decision, but.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, most of us. are
But
still
also the
figuring
first year or two, it really doesn't matter what you do if you're going to college.
Yeah. out. We went to the graduation at MATC here a couple weeks ago, and I don't remember his title, it's either dean or vice president, but he spoke about his career path, and he had changed majors 6 times.
Oh.
And he still graduated in 5 years, which I thought, wow, 6 times.
Yeah, I didn't, it took me more years and I didn't change that, but I changed 3 times, but.
Yeah, I mean, it took me 5 years but I didn't know what I was doing the first several, maybe I still don't know.
No, I took mine, I was just kind of going through the motion.
Mhm.
Then all of a sudden, and my grades went, not bad, but just a little,
Yeah, without your engagement, yeah,
you know, and then I got married, all of a sudden my grades got a lot better and I finished up stuff.
things matter then, huh?
Yeah, and it's serious and finish this stuff, quit goofing off.
Yeah. Well, I always say that about my son. He's been all of his best friends that have gotten motivated have all been girls. And I'm like, yeah, he just needs to grow with her head, like with her direction, and he'll make it happen. And somebody's got to give him the direction.
Well, then we had Heather, and my last semester, I only had 2 classes left, I was working full time.
Interrupting really quick. 2025 budget folks.
I was just thinking about that the other day.
Yeah, hot off the press.
Oh, me
Okay,
too.
great.
Yeah.
Because I was-
The audit, the budget goes, yeah, there's a budget file, but I mean, just wherever, I'd like to get copies. Yeah. Wherever. Yeah.
It is on the website now. It went on Friday. So those are literally fresh up the
Right.
printer.
And I can get it there, I guess, I think it's just usually archived.
Yeah. And Vivian, what is very excited, is in compliance with the logo policy now. So.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't before, so thanks.
It wasn't,
Vivian.
okay.
What was it doing before?
It was like up here, this was all blue and the image was distorted, and so, like our logo, it just didn't look right, so we changed everything to match up, so.
Well, it should go up higher in the page, so.
Yeah. I can only do so much.
Well, not, I think not according to our policy, right? According to our policy.
I mean, that's a lot of space, up a lot
It
of
is.
space on the top.
Yeah,
It looks kind of out of proportion.
Good thing to look at when we revamp it.
yeah. Next year,
Is that what it's supposed to look like?
that's what it looked like in the past, yeah. I think
Really?
in the 2024 one, there's some space there too.
Hmm.
It
just
needs some
seems-
spreadsheet, it doesn't look like that, but.
It just seems like, but whatever.
And a little bit.
You know, he came in on Friday. And I said, oh, how's it feel to be retired? And he said, way better than I expected. And he's like, my expectations were really high.
Yeah, I was just thinking of like, okay, the words for the executive session.
Oh, yeah.
It's Clancy.
Have you printed them?
Yeah.
Yes, they're about to hand them out right.
They don't say Clancy Holman.
They do not.
I noticed the email I sent this morning about DOT, the CDL thing that kicked back at Clancy Holman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting everything forwarded from this email tomorrow, so.
Well, you're welcome. I finished all three.
Yes.
I'll try to clear that up.
Thank you, sir.
No, they got Chairman Ford.
Yes, I apologize for that.
Well, you didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't.
You went to one of the sabotage his plans. So.
Yeah, okay. So is it time?
It'll take a couple of seconds. Go ahead.
Okay, I would make a motion that the county commissioners, including Vice Chairman McKinley and Commissioner Foki, with Brian Parker, County Counselor, and Jacob Hansen, Deputy County Counselor, attorneys for the commission, Rich Vargo, County Clerk, and Elizabeth Ward, Human Resource Manager, recess into executive session on performance matter of non-elected personnel, an exception to the Kansas Open Meetings Act, for the purpose of hearing the appeal of a disciplinary action and to protect the privacy of the employee. The open meeting to resume in the county commission chamber at 9:45 a.m.
I'll second. Been moved and seconded to recess setting the county commissioners, including Vice Chairman McKinley and Commissioner Koki, Brian Parker, County Counselor, and Jacob Hansen, Deputy County Counselor, Attorneys for the Commission, Rich Vargo, County Clerk, and Elizabeth Ward, Human Resource Manager, recess into executive session on a performance matter of non-elected personnel, exception to the Kansas Open Meeting Act, for the purpose of hearing the appeal of a disciplinary action and to protect the privacy of the employee. The open meeting resumed at 9:45. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Words, so commissioners meeting is live.
Okay, well, I make a motion that the Board of County Commissioners come out of executive session.
Then what I'll second, we move and second the Board of County Commissioners come out of executive session. All in favor?
I,
Aye.
also move that the record reflect that action should be taken consistent with the following consensus reached in executive session. That the county commission approves the disciplinary action reviewed today in executive session, and the county counselor shall notify the parties.
I'll second. And move and second. The record reflect actions should be taken consistent with the following consensus reached in executive session. County approves the disciplinary action reviewed today in executive session. The county counselor shall notify the parties. All in favor?
Aye.
Commissioners.
Next, Commissioner, it's time for the advisory board appointments. For the Armed Forces Memorial.
Brian, is he bringing handcuffs to copy?
Oh, yeah, he needed to.
And that's very nice.
The pictures on page.
I printed it somewhere. Didn't make it here.
Just in discussion these positions, the ones, they've recommended Mike Riley. I know Mike Riley, he'll do a good job. And I know Greg Burnett, and I know he'd do a good job. We got to pick a third one. They, like I say, they all were veterans that they all seem qualified, but like I say, I know two of them.
Well, yeah, the third district one, I didn't know, but he's a veteran, Philip Preston. For the third district.
I don't know where that came from. That name's not on my list.
On aging? Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is the armed forces thing. Did you go to the indoor thing for Veterans Day?
Yeah,
Mike Riley's the one that did this.
yeah, Mike Riley, yeah, he's all the military relations.
Yeah.
Functions too, so yeah, he's good.
Greg, it says he just recently retired. He's from Riley. He's lived in Riley for quite a while.
Well, I'm
His wife
fine.
was on city council with me.
Oh, good, okay. Well, I'm
And the
fine.
other two, I don't, either one. I might lean towards Wiser. I don't know why. Nothing in particular. Oh, there is one.
Just. Any of these. Finally getting here.
Well, that's what,
Dina,
is that one?
I said,
I didn't see it at the council on aging here, a little past, but that, we took that Dina Weiser on the armed forces, and that the other one was applied for the council on aging, so then
yeah,
they both get in. Works for me.
yeah, I agree with that. We need to make a motion.
What were those names again, Greg?
On Armed Forces was Mike Riley, Adina Weiser, and Greg Burnett. And then Council on Aging, we've got Evelyn Jasper and I don't know what the others, I guess you could pick one of the other two.
I had Phillips Preston.
Yeah, fine.
You want to make a motion to that effect?
Let's say, what names do you want to do the
Well,
memorial?
they've got them all as one.
Oh, okay.
We move to appoint Mike Riley, Greg Burnett, and Adina Weiser to the Armed Forces Memorial Board, and Evelyn Jasper, District 2, and Philip Preston, District 3, to the Riley Council on Aging.
I would second that.
And moved in second to make the appointments to the Armed Forces Board and the Council on Aging. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, commissioners.
I never did find it. Some shows are- It's just two papers.
Big news. I know we were all way too low on the game.
Commissioner Ford won.
Oh, did it?
So, regular season, you won 3, but with Commissioner Ford winning the bowl game, he won at 3.5.
Oh,
Because
all right.
him and
We have,
Catherine
have-
It's split
split
one.
Oklahoma State.
huh. Well, and I didn't put in the score for that game, which I'm glad I didn't.
I know, I didn't remember what exactly everything was, but I know we were all considerably
Yeah.
lower than those numbers.
Yeah, Greg, you were 28-17. Commissioner Ford was 27-25 is what made the
Oh,
difference.
Yeah, that
So
was
wasn't
the
that
highest.
far off.
score.
Uh-uh.
The second,
All of our scores were all right there.
yeah. Yeah, we were all pretty
He
close.
just
We
happened to
were
have the
close to each
highest.
other, but not to the
Not
final
that
score.
many points, yeah, it was like,
Well, I don't
so
have,
Colorado sure got beat.
yeah, no, I don't have anything else.
I don't either. I would make a motion to adjourn the December 30th meeting of the Board of Riley County Commission.
I'll second and moved and seconded to adjourn the December 30th meeting of the Riley